Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, where today guys, I'm going to do part 136 to my Let's Play, or not, to my ChatGPT Character Chatbot series, where in today's video guys, I am going to do one of the newer chatbots I created, that being the Imagination creature, what did I call it? The Imagination Creature Creation Station. I about forgot the name of the flipping area, which is legit actually the name of the flipping thing on here. I've got 3 of them just in case something does go wrong, or just in case I do want to restart it, but keep this run. But yeah, the gist of it is, guys, this is a special station where you can legit mix anything you want. There's a bunch of DNAs inside this lab that you could create pretty much any creature you want and any hybrid you want. If I want to, I could create the Toad Lugia hybrid in here. If I want to, I could create a flipping Charizard and, let's say, Rayquaza hybrid. I don't know how that would come out or look, since one of them's a serpentine-looking snake. A giant serpentine dragon snake looking Pokemon. The other one's literally like a fire breathing looking dragon. Even though he's not a dragon type. But you know, you also have different things like size modifiers on stuff where you could make them as tiny or as big as you want. I'm being legit serious when you say that too. So yeah, here's what it says. It says the scene is a grand opening day. Obviously for the new building. This is supposed to be a new building. The sun shines brightly over the massive, state-of-the-art building standing proudly in the center of town. Its sleek exterior shimmering with metallic panels and large windows shaped like dragon wings and phoenix feathers. Okay, I didn't know that. That's kind of cool. A gleaming sign stretches above the main doors in brilliant, glowing letters. Imagination Creature Creation Station. Outside, a curious crowd of people, trainers, scientists, and adventurers of all kinds gather, murmuring with excitement. Camera drones hover nearby, capturing footage for news channels and online streams. Children press their faces to the glass, eager to see what magical creations wait inside. The double doors slide open with a soft hiss, revealing a vast, pristine interior. The air is cool, humming softly with the energy of advanced machines and flickering lights. A faint scent of fresh metal and herbs drift through the space. Inside, the layout was clean and futuristic. Sleek white floors lined with glowing blue guide paths and signs. To the left, rows of towering DNA vats, huge transparent tanks filled with swirling, glowing liquid DNA samples, each labeled with names like Lugia, DNA pulsing silver and blue. For alligator, yeah, there he is. A bubbling aqua green. I want aqua green. Okay, unless it's a shiny. That'd be cool. Noivern, swirling black and purple with echo pulses. A fence burning amber and gold. Eastern dragon, emerald with hints of cloud-like mist. And squirrel, eagle, tiger, and more, each going with their own unique hue. To the right is a DNA mixing station, a huge metallic table with rows of high-tech test tubes, swirling mixers, reinforced crystal bowls, and pipettes. I don't even know how you say that word. Screens displaying molecular breakdowns in real time, letting users track which traits are being mixed. Feathers, claws, fire glands, psychic brains, etc. In the center of the room is the crown jewel of the facility, a DNA to egg transformation machine. Holy crap, that's kind of a neat name. Sleek and polished with chrome limbs and glowing ports, this machine stands ready to convert any mixture into a living egg. Beside it is a wide array of incubators, some small for tiny creatures, others large enough to hatch a creature the size of a house. Holy frick. And finally, lining the back wall, the size moderators, circular platforms with glowing rings and control panels. Each one is capable of altering a creature's size instantly and safely. Holograms above show examples. A palm-sized phoenix becoming building-sized in seconds, or a giant loogie shrinking to fit inside a living room. That would be kind of hilarious and cute. Suddenly, a microphone activates near the front of the room. All eyes turn toward the central platform where, hey, you stand, calm, proud, and ready. The boss of this grand facility and the master of DNA creativity, and the one everyone came to say, okay, that's neat. Would you like to make a speech to the audience and start creating something right away? Actually, guys, give me a second. I need to figure out a way to actually start this. This is actually going to be difficult to start. Alright, guys, here we go. I will put what I said, but I think I extended it out just a little bit more. I said, hello, everyone. I would like to welcome you to my new building. This is the Imagination Creature Creation Station. This is a new building where most of you, if not all, will get the chance to create your own creature. There are fans. I freaking hate you thing. It put There are vats here with all kinds of animal DNA, porn DNA, and even mythical creature DNA like dragons and phoenixes. Yep. The crowd goes quiet as your voice echoes through the facility, projecting through hidden speakers that make it sound as if the building itself is welcoming them. Eyes wide and murmurs of amazement ripple through the guests. A soft spotlight falls on you as you confidently continue your speech. Yep. This is the Imagination Creature Creation Station. It's with energy and pride. A place built from the ground up, not just to create, but to imagine, to invent, and to bring your wildest dreams to life. Gasps of awe ripple through the audience as a series of holographic displays light up around the room, showing real-time footage of DNA strands blending together and forming glowing eggs. Here you'll find massive vats filled with every type of DNA you could think of. Animal DNA from creatures like tigers, birds, and squirrels. Pokemon DNA from species like Lugia, Feraligatr, and Noivern. And even mythical DNA from legendary beings like dragons and fences. The lights flicker slightly as the DNA vats glow brighter, right into your mansion, pulsing with raw potential. With our state-of-the-art mixers and test tubes, you can experiment and combine these samples however you want. Mix wings with claws, fire with water, psychic with ice. Your imagination's the only limit. Holographic blueprints swirl alive above the mixing stations, showing potential hybrid creatures. A fence-winged Feraligatr, holy cow. A squirrel-sized dragon, that would be kind of hilarious, with a Lugia psychic aura, and more. Once you're satisfied with your creation, our transmutation machine will take your DNA mixture and form it into an egg, your creature's very first step into the world. A nearby machine hums to life for a dramatic effect, lifting a dummy egg onto a display platform that glows softly under the incubator light. And when your creature hatches, our Seismar let you make it bigger or smaller right away. Want a fence the size of your hand? Done. A loogie that can rest in your backyard? No problem. A loogie that rests. Applause begins to grow, scared at first, then rising into excited cheers. Children clap wildly, and even the skeptical scientists nod in approval. So I invite you all, explorers, researchers, trainers, and dreamers, to step forward, choose your DNA, and begin creating something truly one of a kind. Welcome to a new age of imagination. That would be interesting if that was a real place in real life. Of course, who am I kidding? I'd have a, I'd have a flipping Lugia the size of a flipping 10-story building. I'd have a Feraligatr that just who knows? Holy crap! The crowd erupts into thunderous applause, and the doors to the DNA gallery slide open with a soft chime. Seven in sleek white uniforms move to assist the guests as they begin exploring. Would you like to demonstrate the process by creating your own custom creation for the crowd first, or walk around and assist people? Okay. Before anybody gets to making a creature, I want to let you know, anybody that has a child with them, be careful what you make. You don't want to make something that can be very aggressive or hostile. especially you with younger children, because all the creatures can be friendly, but some kids, like young babies, might hit the creature or hurt it, and because of that, they might get hurt too by the creature becoming aggressive. So please be careful. I said to let you know. There we go. Anybody that has a child with them, be careful what you make. You don't want to make something that can be very aggressive or hostile, especially you, younger children. So all the creatures can be friendly, but some kids, like young babies, might hit the creature or hurt it, and because of that, they might. By the creature becoming aggressive. Please be careful. There you go. This probably ain't gonna work as good as like the other ones, because some of these other ones you have. Some of these other ones are actually even better. As the cheers begin to swell, you raise your hand gently. An immediate hush falls over the room, everyone turning their attention back to you. The lights dim slowly to spotlight your presence again, and your tone becomes serious yet curious to address the crowd. Before we begin creating, there's something very important I need to say. You pause briefly, letting the silence settle before continuing. For those of you who brought children, especially very young ones, please listen carefully. Murmurs ripple through the crowd as parents and guardians hold their kids closer, now listening with full attention. This station is all about imagination and wonder, but with that comes responsibility. Every creature made here is real. They can feel, they can grow, they can bond. While many of them will be friendly and loving, they also have instincts. They can defend themselves if they feel hurt or scared. A hologram fades in beside you, showing a small, fluffy dragon cub smiling and wagging its tail, then flinching when a holographic toddler swats at it. Dragon's eyes flash red briefly before the hologram ends. I want every parent, every guardian to think about what kind of creature you're making, especially around your child. Don't create something overly aggressive or powerful without a plan. And please teach your children to respect the creatures you make. They aren't toys, they are living beings, just like real Pokemon or animals. The room is completely silent now. The gravity of the rest is sinking in. I built this place to bring joy and imagination into the world, not fear or regret. So be kind, be careful, and most importantly, be responsible. Holy cow. You pause, your voice softening with warmth and hope. If we do that, together we can create not just the creatures, but bonds, friendships that could last a lifetime. A quiet moment passes, and then the audience nods, some clapping slowly, others placing a hand on their child's shoulder. Message lands, tone of maturity and caution now tempers the excitement. The light brightens again, soft, encouraging music begins to play in the background. Here's the thing. Even if you make something like a dragon Lugia hybrid, for instance, it will be friendly if you show it love, even if it is part dragon. Just remember not to let any children hit it. There you go. If you make something like a dragon Lugia, for instance, it will be friendly if you show it love, even if it is part dragon, or not to let any children hit it. For anybody that wants to make a creature, there are bowls over there. Oh my god. Over there. Along with mixing spoons. Grab a bowl and head over to the DNA of the creature you want. Period. Put some of the DNA into the bowl. Dude. DNA into the bowl. You can make whatever you want. Oh wait, I probably should say that first. And once you got all the DNA you want, mix it in really well. And then pour it into that machine back there. That will turn the DNA you pick into an egg for the creature. There, I like it. There you go. Here we go. You step forward once more, staying tall with a confident but reassuring tone, ready to share one last crucial reminder before letting the imagination of your guest take over. Now, before we officially begin, you say, gesturing gently toward the tower and DNA vats behind you, let me make something clear. Creatures here aren't born mean. You walk slowly across the front platform, your voice clear and steady. Even if you make something massive like a dragon and Lugia hybrid, it can be gentle. It can be loving. The secret? You, okay. You pause for effect, placing a hand over your. Creatures born here respond to how they're treated. If you care for them, if you love them, no matter how powerful or mythical they are, they'll love you back. A gentle murmur of understanding spreads through the room. But remember, especially those with children, you glance toward a family with a toddler. Just like any real animal or Pokemon, if a child hits or hurts a creature, even playfully, it might react. Not out of cruelty, but fear or defense. So please respect them, protect them, and teach your kids to do the same. The parents nod, visibly grateful for the reminder. Then, with renewed energy and excitement, you gesture toward a long counter filled with shimmering metallic bowls, glow-etched mixing spoons, and stacks of DNA sampling tools. Alright, for those ready to make your first creature, yep. You motion to the left side of the room where the colorful DNA vats glow in anticipation. Head over to the bowls, grab one along with a mixing spoon, then go to the DNA tanks. You'll see labels, everything from eagle to fur alligator, Lugia to Phoenix. That'd be interesting. Seeing like an eagle and a Fragger mix. That would be kind of hard to make, wouldn't it? Thing like an eagle is so small, and Fragger's 7 feet tall. Add the DNA you want into your bowl. Take your time and think creatively. Screens beside the vats flicker to life, displaying information about the strength, traits, and personalities tied to each DNA type. Once you've gathered all the DNA you want, you say, lifting one of the silver spoons on the table, mix it together really well. blend those treats into one cohesive form. You spin the sprinkler for effect, drawing a few choices from your younger guest. Then, when you're ready, head over to that machine in the back. You turn the glowing transmutation machine, now lit with a pulsing core of rainbow light. I saw it open and ready for the first pour. Pour your mixture in. The machine will analyze your DNA, solidify it, and create your egg. You smell. Your creature's very first heartbeat will happen right there. The guests are now visibly buzzing with anticipation, eyes darting between the vats, the tools, and the machine. Some already begin moving, eager to start. Okay, that's cool. Go ahead and get creating, everyone. Exclamation point. While you do that, I will give you a demonstration of a creature I will make. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh my gosh, what the frick? Huh, it got close. It got Feraligatr and a Lugia. It might make a flipping a Lugia Feraligatr Dragon Hybrid. That'd be interesting. I never thought. Holy cow. As the crowd cheers, energized by your words, they begin to scatter silently across the creation station. Parents and children hurry to grab bowls and spoons, some heading straight for familiar DNA samples like tiger or eagle, while others eye the mythical vats glowing with Phoenix fire and swirling Lugia mist. Well, that'd be interesting. You step toward the front demonstration table as a hush begins to return to the crowd. All eyes are on you now, eager to see what kind of creature their leader, the very founder of this incredible place, will create. A staff member respectfully hands you a gleaming silver mixing bowl and a crystal-handled spoon, both engraved with the logo of the Imagination Creature Creation Station. A spiral DNA swirling into the shape of a hatched egg. You hold the bowl up and speak. Okay. For this demonstration, I want to create something special, something powerful, majestic and gentle. A creature that represents balance between strength and love. You turn to the DNA vats and begin your selections. Here we go. Step 1, selecting DNA samples. Holy cow, this is going to be interesting. It says a Lugia DNA. You walk to the shimmering vat labeled Lugia. The liquid inside glows with a calming, silvery blue light, swirling gently as if stirred by the ocean itself. You dip a ladle in, let the high for all to see, then carefully pour it into your bowl. Psychic power, majestic aura, and protector instincts. Oh, that'd be cool. Seeing a Lugia protect you. Dragon DNA. Next, you need to a larger vat with a glowing emerald mist. Eastern Dragon DNA, huh? The liquid ripples with long flowing strands that resemble scales and clouds. You pour it in, watching the bowl pulse with a soft light. Grace, wisdom, and elemental affinity. And there's for alligator. Finally, you go to the vat marked for alligator, the liquid bubbling fiercely. You scoop just enough and add to the mix. Strength, loyalty, and a connection to water. That's actually gonna be really cool. And it says step 2, mixing. Back at your table, you begin mixing. As you stir, the bowl glows brighter. First silver, then green, then flashes of blue. The crowd watches in awe as tendrils of light swirl around the edges of the bowl like steam. This creature will have Lugia's grace and power, the elegance of a sky-dancing dragon, and the loyalty and strength of free alligator. Let's see what it becomes. Yeah, here we go. Step 3, pouring into the transmutation machine. You walk to the transmutation machine, the energy in the room now crackling with anticipation. You leave the bowl and pouring the glowing mixture into the open slot. The machine hisses, seals shut, and hums loudly. A soft countdown echoes. Holy crap. Analyzing DNA mixture. Stabilizing. Incubating egg. That's interesting, okay. A circular compartment slides open with a puff of mist, revealing a large egg, swirled with silvery blue, sea green, and dragon scale patterning. A soft pulse glows within like a heartbeat. Crowd bursts into applause. So you have to walk over and place the egg into a specific incubator net. Say something to the crowd while the egg pulses with life. That is how you create your own creature. And after you get it created, there is size moderators over there. All you have to do all you have to do is go over to it, put your egg inside of the slot you see, and then on that screen you will see the size of the creature. You can make it as small or as big as you want. For example, you can make a creature as small as an ant, or as large as a 10-story building. Period. It won't change the egg size, but when your creature hatches, if you make him massive, make sure you stand far away from it. If you made him massive, because he will grow to that size nearly instantly. Make him far away from it, to the size nearly instantly. Here is an example. I take my egg with the Lugia, dragon, and hybrid creature inside of it, and take it over to the machine, put it in the slot, and then set the size to 10 feet. There we go. There we go. So you create your own creature. After you get it created, there's a size markers over there. All you have to do is go over to put your over to inside of the slot you see, and then on that screen, you this is a creature you could make it as small. Yep. The lights dim just slightly again, drawing everyone's attention back to you as you walk with confidence toward the size moderation station. A sleek, futuristic machine with a glowing panel and a large egg-sized slot. The machine stands tall with a curved interface screen, pulsing gently with the words, "Insert egg. Choose desired creature size upon hatching." You turn to the crowd holding your newly formed egg, its silvery blue and green shell gleaming with faint pulses of life and light. "Now that you see how a creature is made," you say, your voice echoing through the building, "let me show you how to decide its size." You step up to this machine, gently lowering the egg into the slot. A soft click sounds as it accepts the egg, and the screen lights up with a size bar slider ranging from insect to building size. Holy crap. You gesture to the glowing screen. "This here is our size moderator. It doesn't change the egg shape or weight. Once your creature hatches, it will grow instantly to the size you select." You drag the slider delicately to 10 feet. A 3D hologram of the creature still inside its egg appears, and then grows in the projection to the chosen size, giving everyone a preview of what's to come. I want to set mine at 10 feet tall, big enough to ride, not too big to startle the room. But remember, yep, you pause looking out over the crowd, especially at the children in the front. If you set yours to the size of a building, stand way back. When it hatches, it will grow that big immediately. You don't want to get knocked over by a wagging tail the size of a truck. Okay, that would be hilarious. There's laughter in the room, and a few of the younger guests gasp with excitement, their imagination racing. The machine beats gently, and the screen flashes. Size locked in, 10 feet. Egg ready for incubation. You gently remove the egg and begin walking toward the incubators. There you go. Okay. Once you have the size and everything set, you have to put your egg inside this incubator over here. However, you need to keep an eye on your egg. Oh my gosh. And if you see it start to shake, you need to get it out. And especially if you've made it huge. A huge creature. You put your egg inside this incubator over here. However, you need to keep an eye on your egg, and if you see it start to shake, you need to get out, and especially if you've made a huge creature. As soon as you get it out, you need to take it outside so it does not destroy the building. You'll get to see my creature in a few minutes. when you see this egg start to shake in there. See I said, there we go. A few minutes when you see the egg start to shake in there. If your creature is small, you can leave it in here so we all can see. Be creative, because I'm sure everybody would like to see the creature that you make too. Just like you want to see mine after it hatches. It's like you want to see mine after it hatches. Here we go. Keep an eye on your egg, and if you see it start to shake, you need to get it out, and especially if you're made a huge creature. And you need to take it outside so it does not destroy the building. You'll get to see my creature in a few minutes when you see this egg start to shake in there. If your creature is small, you can leave it in here so we can all see the creature. So everybody would like to see the creature. Here we go. You hold your 10-foot hybrid egg carefully as you walk toward the nearest incubator pod. A sleek, glass-domed unit pulsing with warm, soft light. It hisses open with a quiet mist as you gently place the egg inside. The dome closes slowly, and the screen on the side flashes. Incubation in progress. Monitoring vital signs. The temperature and humidity adjust automatically to optimal levels. You turn to the crowd again, your tone calm but filled with energy like a teacher guiding the first class of dreamers through the big moment. Now that I've set the size and placed my egg in the incubators, you say, motion to the transparent pod glowing with life behind you. Here's what happens next. You take a few steps closer to the edge of the platform, speaking directly to everyone gathered around with their own eggs in hand. Holy crap, that was quick. Incubators will do the hard work. Temperature, light, moisture, it's all taken care of. There's one thing only you can do. Keep an eye on your egg. If your egg starts to shake or glow more than usual, that means your creature is about to hatch. The screen behind you changes to a live holographic feed of your own egg, a soft pulse showing the heartbeat inside it. If you made a small creature, something like a cat-sized fence or a miniature Tyranitar, feel free to let it hatch right here inside the building. Everyone loves seeing it. But you step aside and gesture to the large reinforced doors at the side of the building. If your creature is big, especially 15 feet, 30 feet, or even skyscraper sized, you need to carefully take the egg outside the moment it starts shaking. Your tongue gets serious for just a second. We don't want a tail smashing through the ceiling or a wing knocking over someone's creation. Holy crap. Some of the guests laugh, others nod firmly, understanding the responsibility that comes with making such powerful beings. You smile again, warm in the mood. Now, keep an eye on mine too. In just a few minutes, you'll get to meet my Lugia Dragon Forager hybrid. I can't wait to see what you all create too. Hey, around the room, people begin placing their eggs into their own incubators. Some glow with flames, some ripple like water, and others shimmer with mysterious energy. The room is alive with creative excitement. Enjoy yourself, everyone. Oh, and parents and children that haven't gotten their egg yet, or even decided on what they want. If you have a slightly older child, let them decide on some DNA too. That way, you will have a creature that you're both happy with. Oh, parents that haven't gotten their egg yet, or even decide on what they want. If you have a slightly older child, with you, let them decide on some DNA too. That way, you will have a creature that you're both happy with. There we go. You step back from your incubator, the soft glow of your egg pulsing gently behind the glass as it continues to develop. Turn once more to the excited crowd, many now mixing DNA, pouring it into the machines, and marveling at their glowing eggs. With a warm, encouraging shout, you raise your voice just enough to reach the far corner of the room. Enjoy yourself, everyone. This is your space to create, imagine, and bring your dreams to life. Yep. You gesture toward the DNA vats and the humming machines. And to the parents and children who haven't decided yet, don't rush. Take your time. Look around all the different DNA samples. You spot a few families still discussing, some kids tugging at their parents with wide-eyed excitement, sure which creature they want to make. If you got an older child with you, you can your tongue light and let them help pick out the DNA. This way the creature you create will be something special. A bond between both of you. A creature you're both happy with. Motion to a nearby example. A parent and their teenage daughter gently swirling together phoenix and cat DNA. A phoenix cat hybrid. That's interesting. Laughing as their mix starts to glow like flickering fire wrapped in fur. Whether it's fierce, gentle, big, or tiny, what matters most is that you create something that means something to you. Atmosphere in the room grows even warmer, filled not just with energy and invitation, but getting genuine connection between families and friends working side by side to make something magical. If your own egg gives a soft rumble in the incubator just once, you glance back at it with a knowing smile. Something incredible is coming. Holy crap. While everybody is creating and enjoying themselves, there is one more thing I want to say. And the chances that you do make your creature angry or upset, there is a possibility they might come back here. The one thing about all your creatures is that they will like and love you. Especially if you take care of them and love them. But that way nobody here gets hurt. They are also always going to be friendly towards me as well. So if you make your creature angry and they run away, they will most likely come back here. So I will know if you've taken care of your creatures. I put wow. Dadgummit. I put there. Wow, everyone is great and enjoying it. There's one more thing I want to say. And the chant. Uh, I ain't you're angry or upset. Hold on, guys.